Gemini is a film telling the story of 2 lives ruined by one man's actions. The hate-fueled character Morgan murders an innocent teenager and sets out to frame his twin.
And then a year on, the evil twin arrives at the innocent twin's home and then takes over his brother's life by burning important documents such as adoption papers, passports, and any ID he may have. When the good twin leaves prison for a crime he did not commit, he seeks to get innocence and get his life back.
Our opening title sequence will be of we've got 2. It can either be of the good twin being sent to jail, or our other one is where the twin starts burning stuff, where the bad twin Morgan starts burning stuff into the fire. So our first one, basically, it'll be 2 minutes, and it'll be him trying to prove that he's got a twin brother to the judge, but the judge doesn't believe him because there's no documents of him. And so he just gets sent to jail anyway. He gets 5 years for like he hasn't done. He's had his whole life taken away from him. He's built up like a family, and it's just been ripped off him. So it's like he didn't do. And then our second one, it will be him like just like throwing stuff into the fire, like Morgan throwing stuff into the fire, and like trying to pretend that he doesn't exist by throwing in passport, birth certificates, bank notes, bank details, so no one can find any records of him. And also, whilst that's playing, we'd have like little tiny shots of the good twin brother being sent to jail, so walking down the halls, getting thrown into the prison and shut up and stuff. So.
And our film was inspired by Face Off, which is kind of the same thing with one guy taking over another guy's life by like having swapping around kind of thing, and that's one of the themes of our movie. So it creates confusion and tension, but it's more of a film about like vengeance. Any questions?
How do you get around the idea that when the good twin gets out of prison, he goes home to try and take back his life? Why wouldn't the wife just kind of go, wait there's 2 of you, and believe him?
That's what creates kind of confusion, because there's always like always characters are a bit like sort of just the way like unhinged kind of thing. So she's like questioning whether she's going like mad. She's seeing 2 of them, and the evil one's really clever at like manipulating it. So like no one else sees him when the other guys are around, so it just like confuses her. But the evil one's really good at like blagging it. So when he turns up a year later, he's really good at saying like, "Oh, they discovered I was innocent," sort of thing, and she believes it. He's good with words. Okay,
that does sound like the thing about thriller. It needs to be really like, even though it's extraordinary, it needs to be probable. And the extraordinary about Face Off, the terrible film Face Off, is that his face has been transplanted. And I was just thinking of a way that actually just to change the narrative slightly, so that when the good guy comes back, he's almost not recognised. Whether like part of the bad,
like ill, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, or the bad guy, the bad twin actually disfigured him in some way.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Kind of, so it makes the wife really difficult. It makes it really difficult for the wife to believe this guy coming back. So it's always a grey area of that story that I always am concerned about. Also,